When you browse the internet today, a lot of the content you'll come across will be cringy, funny, sad, or outright fucking disturbing. We'll have a look at this curious case of two paranoid schizophrenics going at it in a fucking Tesco car park.
Get the fuck out of my face!
And I'll try be nice with it, but let's begin. Around 5 months ago in December of 2021, a YouTuber and Twitch streamer named Garoshadowscale was shown to have some pretty unbelievable fucking Discord rules to give to his people. Stuff like you can't play games without me, fans can't talk to each other and the likes, but this is really weird. Now, while a huge handful of people like me and many others made videos or 1 or 2 videos on them, there was a subset of individuals who continued the harassment in the name of good, but I'll leave or ponder a question for you guys. When does a crusade for good and positive change just turn into outright fucking harassment and cyber stalking? But see, when I go into a video, I make my opinions, I formulate what I want to say, and I'll move on. I'll never consistently make more than 1 to 2 videos back to back on one person. The only reason I'd ever make a new video on Glitch or Jason Aphex and the likes is if something otherworldly happened that would catastrophically impact the fandom in the same manner as Garo the Wolf did or Sappho did. But the individuals I wish to speak about today is named Danderwoolf. Danderwoolf is a YouTuber that began uploading around a year ago, and the only way I can describe Dander is almost like a Rentio but worse. While Rentio jumped topics, Dander has been milking Garoshadowscale for months now, and in their videos regarding Garo, they speak constantly invading Garo's server to spy on and find evidence. This is the thing about it, that's almost like cyber stalking. But also, you also seem to shame Garo for getting your account deleted when you are violating Discord TOS for harassment.
I have made 5 videos about Garo, alright? So I guess I will make a 6th one. So anyway, Garoshadowscale. In early January, I got banned from Discord because Garo reported me to Discord for going into his server in alt accounts, back in August of last year. He used my video as evidence to get me banned from Discord, which I think is really scummy because it would ultimately cut me off from all of my friends and I would have no one to talk to.
But how far would Dander go in order to quote-unquote expose Garo? Well, let me introduce you to a concept. Hearsay. Hearsay is what Amber Heard's lawyer uses in the courtroom to deflect the fact that she's a scumbag.
Dr. Kipper told me he sustained an injury on one of his fingers.
Objection, hearsay.
Wait, you asked the question.
Oh.
But in this case, hearsay uses the original lawyer term. One may not use evidence of what someone else said and cannot be backed up. Basically, if I said, Dander told me that this happened, without showing evidence of it or anything, is quite bad to way to conduct evidence. Let's take this example from one of their videos on Garoshadowscale.
They explained to me that Garo joined their world on VR chat, and when Garo joined the world, Garo went straight for a user named Zig. He then went to say that the avatar recolor Zig was wearing was stolen. After that, Zig called him a low life form and blocked Garo and banned him from the world. He had friends come in the world and crash Zig and everyone else in the world as well. And then he went to Zig's Discord server where she teaches people how to recolor avatars, and once he joined, he had other friends join the server and he had them send NSFW to the server, which mostly consisted of minors. Thankfully, Zig went to tell VRChat staff what happened and they will look into it. She did delete all of the photos and evidence so that the minors don't have to look at it anymore. So I do not have exactly proof, but I can show you all the reactions of everyone in the server.
Taking out a lot of the things in the world so that people could load it in faster, and that's kind of been halted because of Garo.
The pure amount of harassment and allegations that Dander makes about Garo is unbelievable. Here Garo is accused of sending people to post NSFW into a child's Discord server without solid evidence. This individual claimed Garo said a lot of these things and crashed them from VRChat, yet all of this is alleged and debatable since none of these claims can be proved with solid evidence or video footage. This is not only dangerous for Garo's reputation, but with also Garo's paranoia. I'm sure he wouldn't mind bringing you to court, by which they can use this against you. You've accused Garo of sending indecent images to children, false DMA strikes, false removal and false flag attacks, raiding, constant harassment, gang stalking, grilling without a license, tax evasion,
I don't care who the IRS sends, I am not paying taxes.
ban evasion, violation of the Kit Kat eating law of 2032.
What do you want from me? Please,
and many, many, many more. You've accused Garo of practically everything under the sun by now, when all he has is a few overpriced bullshit, but the things you've said on your TikTok, Twitter and YouTube is enough for allow Garo to sue you for a lot of money for slander and defamation. I hate to play devil's advocate here, because I know Dander's mentality, that is, if you go against him about anything regarding Garoshadowscale, you're now a Garo supporter, and you love Garo, and you fucking schlob all day on Garo's wet pipe hole. But that just is not the case. More of the case that I can recognise when bad content is being made. But I'm not a Garoshadowscale supporter in any way. I think Garo is an overly paranoid fuck who realised that he can milk money from Twitch, Patreon and a lot of other platforms. Of course you think he's a racist who threatens, schemes and scams and harasses you until the end of the planet Earth. You take these threads of evidence and you have no evidence, and you project them onto the internet with the similar certainty that night will always come. This is harassment, and I don't think you understand that. You frequently include Garo's face, which I don't know if is fully public, but you harass someone to the point that you feel yourself mentally drained from talking about it. Now that's fucking insane personally, I think. You've engulfed yourself and obsessed yourself with the same person to the point that I've only ever seen in serial killer case files. You seem to blame everything on Garo. You missed the bus? Damn, Garo changed the schedule. Someone breaks into your home? Damn, Garo sent someone to burgle and break into my house to stop me from spreading the truth. It's genuinely scary from a mental health context, but I'm now going to speak on a lot of the buzzwords that you use, and it's something that I've noticed with a lot of YouTubers who cover this stuff, like Hearsay, Dander and many more frequently, overuse the buzzword of parasocial relationships, or even the word cult. And I want to give definitions and examples of the severity these people are actually equating Garoshadowscale to. So let's begin. The term parasocial relationship comes from when a consumer of mass media begins to overly idolize a creator or celebrity and believe that they are dating that particular person. This is a horrid psychological situation that they can be very stuck in. It's something in modern space we see mostly with people like Dream and heavily with K-pop stans, where so many fans are trapped in this parasocial area where they believe that they have such influence over an actual creator and that the creator loves them or that they are dating them. So what everyone is saying is that Garoshadowscale has his entire fan base in a parasocial relationship with him by forcing them to pay money to play with him. That's not true, because they are not forced. It's choice, and people seem to forget that. Patreon is a choice, and gives the consumer full choice at all. Parasocial has become apparently a word that is spouted every single second and everyone is accused of it. It reminds me a lot of how Shane Dawson helped popularize the use of the term sociopath against absolutely everyone on planet Earth in 2014 during the drama era of that. It was just used as a buzzword to say that person's bad because he's a sociopath or he's a psychopath. But Shane Dawson is an empath and he knew the cat wanted it. What I want to tell you about today is one of the worst examples of these parasocial relationships, and it's one of the first pointed to actions when thinking about parasocial relationships. Meet Ricardo Lopez, also known as the Bjork Stalker. He's a man who adored the Icelandic musician Bjork to the point he sent letters to her about her life choices and believed they were destined to be together. He did things when Bjork began dating anyone that wasn't a white guy. This person would send letters threatening her life filled with racial slurs and eventually sent an acid bomb to her home in London. He believed that if they both died together, they would be in heaven with one another. He then filmed himself committing suicide, and the bomb was intercepted before anything was able to go off or hurt Bjork in general. But the reason I'm showing you the worst of this term is because when I see people saying Garo was part of this antisocial relationship with nearly 70,000 fans, you are essentially saying all of his fans are like the Bjork Stalker. That's the severity of the term that you are using. And comparing this to Garo, all it does is diminish the actual meaning of the word when it comes to these genuinely mentally ill people. But let's continue on to my next part. Cult. The word cult has no major definition but is changed over the years. Dream stands are a modern symbol of what a cult is. If you don't worship our Lord and Saviour Dream, you are doxxed, harassed and shunned off the internet due to the fact that you don't support a white boy. But a normal definition in modern English, a cult is a social group that is defined by its unusual religion, spiritual or philosophical beliefs, or its common interest in a particular personality, object or goal. So Garo has a Discord server where he has a restrictive rule over what his fans can do, like talking to one another, playing games with one another, which seems to match the cult meaning. They worship Garo, I guess, as any fan probably does, but the fact that makes this label of Garo server and very, very loose, and fan base in general a very fucking loose one, since this is a Discord server. If you feel you are being negatively impacted or it's not worth your money, you have the option to leave. The worst cults seen if you left, you were actively hunted down. Heaven's Gate, the Elan program, and fucking the Waco siege and the Branch Davidians. All of these people were controlled their masses through worship into killing each other or killing themselves, as in terms of Heaven's Gate, or the federal government killing them instead. Once again, comparing a Discord server to the atrocity that was the Waco siege by using the word cult, I feel once again diminishes the word, and because it has such a loose definition, it means anyone can say anything's a cult. Oh, my mom said I can't buy fucking Robux? Damn, well I guess I'm in a cult because she's very restrictive. It diminishes the meaning of the actual word, but it also probably is the fact that it's changing over time. In conclusion as to why I made this video is because personally I'm sick to death of people like this making truly shit content. The fact that you cannot be self-aware that the content you are making is bad scares me personally, because as a commentary YouTuber, or commentary YouTubers in general, specifically in this fandom, our job and why people come to us is because we inform them with proper evidence and give people the facts to a lot of situations we cover. That's why personally I like to wait till drama's done to be over with and then cover them so that I get all the facts and don't jump right into it all. But covering a topic with hearsay evidence daily and almost obsessively to the point Garo could actually file a defamation of character suit along with a harassment suit on you is fucking terrifying, man. Plus, I don't know how you could stay fixated on one person creating over 5 TikToks a day and 7 tweets for every 5 fucking hours for 5 months without observing yourself and going, maybe I am the cunt in this situation. Not only that, but I can see Danderwoolf's response being clearly you support and love Garo to the ends of the earth. No, but I wouldn't personally subject myself to 5 months of torture of constantly obsessing over one person and posting as if I was a fucking schizophrenic about any possible lead I may have about Garo online. I dislike Garo just as much as anyone else. He's a narcissistic shithead who found out that furries will pay for anything, and I mean anything. He's an obsessive paranoid control freak that enjoys controlling his fans, whatever the cause. But do I think he deserves to have his face plastered everywhere, harassed constantly on alt accounts, stalked? Because legitimately what you are doing could be considered cyber stalking. Nobody deserves this, and I mean nobody. At the end of the day, Garo is also a human being when you think about it. I know this may not seem like the case to a lot of people, and it's probably just some fucking troll shit, but all I hope is that you as a person could do fucking better, and that you can finally see that you can do better as well.